Good late afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the last trade. The Australian share market closed up today sharply, gaining 145.20 points or 1.95% and setting a new 50-day high. The top performing stocks in this index were novonix up 13.82% and Pilbara Minerals up 8.75%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 2.28% and is currently 0.56% of its 52-week high. The S&P ASX 200 opened on a positive note in the first session of 2022, despite many states in the country recording unprecedented numbers of COVID-19 daily cases, leading to an increased hospitalization rate of infected patients. And much of the gains can also be attributed to a strong closing on Wall Street on Monday. The ASX 200 was up by a decent 0.8% or 59.4 points in the first 15 minutes of the trades in the morning. As for the stocks, Zip's share price started the 2022 year in the red in what's been a mixed day for buy now, pay later shares. Stocks of the Open Pay group were also slumping 2.07% today, and Afterpay as well was slightly in the green, up 0.63%, while Hum Group was up as well 0.56%. And Sezzle stock was also trading 1.99% higher. The US market told a similar story with a variety of movements among BNPL shares, with Affirm's price falling 5.32% and PayPal jumping 3.37%. Meanwhile, the Woolworths share price was edging higher during the late afternoon trade. This comes despite the retail conglomerate facing logistical challenges due to the rapid spread of COVID-19. The news sent Woolworths shares into positive territory, up 1.55%. The shelves have been laid bare in the popular Sydney stores due to staff obeying stay-at-home orders. And Macquarie Group has hit a record high today, the first session of the new year. The company's shares are up 2.6% just before 2 p.m. today. Macquarie is now worth $80.9 billion and by market cap is now the third largest bank in Australia, behind Commonwealth and NAB. Then the first new listing of 2022, Green Tech Metals, has surged higher in its debut session on the ASX. The company's shares were up 32.5% after just an hour of trading, and they've raised $5 million at 20 cents a share as a part of their IPO. Green Tech is an exploration and development company established to discover, develop, and acquire Australian and overseas projects containing minerals and metals that are used in the battery storage and electric vehicle manufacturing. The company currently owns projects focused on unexplored nickel, copper, and cobalt in the West Pilbara and Fraser Range provinces. And meanwhile, HT&E's Australian radio network has completed its acquisition of Grant Broadcasters for a consideration of $307.5 million on a cash and debt-free basis. The transaction will lead to the creation of a national radio broadcast network with 58 stations, 46 DAB+ stations across 33 markets. HT&E will fund the acquisition through its existing cash reserves, financing facilities, and the issuance of HT&E shares. More than 35 million shares of the company are to be issued to Grant Broadcasters today, meaning it'll have a shareholding of 11.55% in HT&E. And WAM Capital has taken its holding of PM Capital Asian Opportunities to fund 27.4%, with shareholders accepting its offer for the listed investment company. WAM first leveled a bid at PAF several weeks ago, rivaling a bid from the M Capital Global Opportunities Fund. And when it came for voting on the PGF offer, however, WAM, had used its sizable shareholding in PAF to block the deal. The result left directors of PAF with little choice but to recommend WAM's offer. And since PF's recommendation, WM shareholding has risen from 16.6% to 17.4% as PF shareholders accept the offer, which is still open until mid-January. And now with that said, it's time to move on to other updates, but before we do that, it's time for a short break.
Tune in to get the latest information.
Whether it's about market movements or the currency graph,
Sectoral coverage or industry news.
we cover it all on our news segments.
Be on top of the latest news
With Kalkine TV. Hello and welcome back to the last train on Kalkine TV. Let's move on now to the cryptocurrency markets. Well, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele, a prolific Twitter user and Bitcoin evangelist, again set fire to social media on Sunday, the 2nd of January, with a tweet storm of bold predictions. Bukele told his 3.2 million followers that Bitcoin is going to hit its financial zenith by climbing to $100,000 in 2022. And on to the next news in the crypto sphere. Well, the past year saw heightened volatility, in Bitcoin's price as the world's largest cryptocurrency spiked to multiple all-time highs. In fact, the most bullish 21 forecast had Bitcoin heading to $100,000, but it underperformed against expectations in the fourth quarter and dropped below $50,000 at the year's end, although a return of 59.7% for the year is a pass. Then in other news, if breeding horses, building hippodomes, and participating in races sounds like fun, well, D-Race may be the internet escape you're looking for. The first of its kind, D-Race is a decentralized blockchain-based NFT ecosystem that allows users to breed horses, participate in races, and build their own virtual hippodromes. Exciting stuff. And that is a wrap for now on the last trade. We'll be back tomorrow live from Sydney at 9:30 a.m. in the morning with our first report on the market and other hot news. This is Holly Schultz signing off.